Good evening. This is a video that I have unfortunately felt that needed to be made. Not all Americans are stupid, okay? Some of us actually do have an intelligence. Some of us actually try to improve ourselves. Now, I make this video because I think about how Europe must think of us. I mean, look at our shows on TV. We have all these reality shows about some of the dumbest programs. I mean, look out, here comes Honey Boo Boo. That is absolutely stupid. We have a recent new reality show is The Rich Kids of Beverly Hills, I believe it's called, where these bunch of spoiled brats get to show off what they have. How is this entertaining? And why is it on TV? I mean, the only way I could figure out is one of these kids' dad, mom, uncle, and, a family member wants to get their kid on TV, and they figured out a way to do it. But there's nothing interesting, nothing to learn from it. Reality TV is just so fake. I mean, Duck Dynasty, boring as heck. I miss programs like Nova, where you actually learn something. There is nothing to really stimulate the mind anymore, it seems, on American TV. The one thing that depresses me the most is like The Weakest Link. From what I understand, they had to tone down the questions so that Americans could answer them. They had to dumb up the questions for Americans. Isn't that a shame? We cannot think on the same level as some of the other countries in the modern world. And we should be able to go on the same level as everybody else. Okay. Myself, I love to learn. I have many books. I do resources. I can actually spell because I have a Webster's College Dictionary. I have National Geographic Book of Knowledge. Okay? I learn stuff. We have people in this country that can't spell. I was in a Facebook group earlier today, and one young lady cannot use proper grammar. I know you're going to say it's internet, it's fake, it don't count, but it does count. It is a way that you interact with another person. And so how you present yourself on the internet is basically showing what type of person you are. This person could not use capital letters, could not spell, could not use punctuation when she was trying to say what. She spelled it W-O-T. What is spelled W-H-A-T. And this was acceptable for other people. I have been actually kicked out of Facebook groups because I try to tell people to actually use English or American English, make a valid sentence. And it just really is getting bad. It used to be a big dream to send your kids to college. And, people had to learn, they had to think. Now it doesn't seem to be that important. They are saying that you got to have a degree to get a good job, but that's all they really emphasize. Get a good job. We don't have the people that inspire in great deeds, great creations anymore. And you see, the problem is society looks at educated people with almost hate. because we make fun of the smart people. We think we know more than they do. I have seen so many times where somebody can put down a valid point and they're belittled by somebody who hasn't even went to college. I myself have not went to college, but I am smart enough because I do things like this where I can make some comments, some semi-educated comments. I'm not making a rude comment, belittling, insulting somebody who has spent many years researching a topic. You know, like recently, they have found a supernova between the Little Dipper and Big Dipper, and I can't wait to see it. But yet, when you go into the comment section of so many of these sites that talk about this, you always have, it seems like, about half the people making some rude, ludicrous comment because this makes them feel good. They, for some reason, think they have a legitimate comment when they have absolutely nothing constructive to say. Recently, Frito-Lay has made a contest again. This is where you get to pick the chip flavor, and I kind of like that contest. I'm entered it this year. And I made some valid, decent sounding recipes or combinations for their potato chips. And when I was going through what they have, a chip showdown where, you know, you say which one of the two you'd rather eat, I was seeing some really stupid concepts here. I remember seeing a dirty diaper for a chip flavor. You cannot be proud of society that you live in if they're coming up with comments like that. There are shows that belittle intelligent people. One of my favorite shows is The Big Bang Theory. Now, if you haven't watched this show, please do. It is about 4 geniuses. 3 of them have PhDs, and the dumb guy has a master's degree. But in this, there's also a high school graduate female who can accomplish so many things, but she doesn't have a college education, and they perceive her to be, in so many ways, better than the geniuses. That bothers me a bit. We got to stop making fun of the educated people. We need to start embracing education in the United States. We have to make our people better than what, because if we do not make our people better, we're just falling behind more and more. There's a lot of comments out there about how, like, the Asians are smarter. Well, they don't have as many distractions and stupidity as we seem to have here in the United States. At my job, there are people that are just on their cell phone during break and lunchtime. You know, it's terrible. You know, we used to talk. We used to have wonderful conversations. Now people are, that's all they do because they're focused on that cell phone. You know, it is amazing how the cell phone has really deteriorated American society. Lack of communications. I mean, like I said, you know, about that one post, well, several posts that have poor grammar. People don't know how to communicate. People don't know how to trust people because they can't express themselves, because they're unemotional, because they are just using their thumbs and doing their texting. There's no heart-filled discussion. I hate cell phones. I don't have a cell phone. I would rather read. At the table that I sit on, there is one guy who will read and he's very quiet, but I have respect for him because he actually is trying to learn something. The other two guys, they're just on their cell phones, won't say a word. All the other tables, if there's people with cell phones, they're not talking, they're not saying anything. How is this good? I mean, there is no teamwork, it's just unemotional texting my best friend this, best texting that, look at this picture, look at that video. There is nothing being exchanged. We learn through exchanging ideas and points of view, and that just doesn't seem to happen. But there are some smart ones out there. I am not way up there, but I'm not down here. I have only watched one episode of Honey Boo Boo because I had to. I am upset with channels like A&E because they have Duck Dynasty. What does A&E stand for? Arts and Entertainment. Well, yeah, we got to be entertaining, but where is the education on that one? The History Channel. I used to learn history. I used to love to watch that channel. Now you have X-Men, Ice Road Truckers, and all that. What's historical about that? What's the significance of this? Swamp boys, swamp people, whatever. I honestly feel the reason why they have these programs is so that people don't feel so bad about themselves. No, you're not as dumb as Troy or Hank or whatever their freaking names are. Because, you know, Troy on Swamp People, I believe it is, they had to subtitle. They had to subtitle Honey Boo Boo because their English is so bad. And so people are going, well, thankfully, I'm not that dumb. And that's why I think the programs are so popular, because, you know, it makes you feel good about yourself because you're not as dumb as that person on TV. AMC stood for American Movie Channel. And there's barely any movies on it now. Or I should say, its quality of movies have went down the crapper. Right now they have The Walking Dead. They have all their little shows, Breaking Bad and all that. Again, what made this channel so interesting was what it was named after, and now they're putting this crap on it. We are not going to make, we can't make any money off these classic movies, and so we're going to put this modern stuff in there because this is the only way people can watch our programming. You know, it's like MTV. Where's the music now? It's videos and programming and Teen Mom. Again, it seems to be catering for those that are dumb. So please, have faith in some of us here in the United States. Some of us are actually trying to be somebody. Some of us are trying to learn. Some of us are actually learning how to spell the damn words. Alright? So that's my rant. Thank you, and I'll see you on the next video.